Welcome back to another episode of Watch Me Mix. We left off last time with this kick and bass. Just listening to this and making sure they're working together as, a single unit, trying to get them working together. So now I'm going to listen to all the drums with the kick. So might get a little bit loud. I'm going to turn down here. So there's a lot more drum sound in the mix here when I add in all the other drums because we got the room sound. I'm sorry, there's a lot more kick sound in the drums when I add in the room mic. So I'm going to end up bringing up this bass. All right, let's start adding some other things in here. So I'm trying to mix these keys in here, and I want the fader to be like somewhere in this area, but that's going to be way too loud. So what I can actually do is go back into the compressor here and just pull in or pull out some gain almost arbitrarily here, just so I can be in a better place with the fader. I don't love when my faders are super close to the bottom. It's hard to really visualize what's going on. So that's all I'm doing there. So I'm pretty happy with that balance. I feel like I could just keep listening to this. So when I get into a feeling where I'm like, oh, I love this, I want to just keep listening, I know the balance has got to be somewhere pretty close. I haven't added any reverb or anything, and that's because we have all this room noise. So I really want to make sure I add the reverb thoughtfully. I've got this room mic here, which I said I was going to add in, and this has all the instruments here. So let's just take a listen to this by itself. All right, so I'm gonna add some EQ to this. And honestly, if you're listening with headphones, you can tell that really what this is going to add is just some stereo spread to the sound and just some extra noise that's going to make it sound a little bit warmer. So let's listen to the mix here and we'll add that in. So you can just hear it adds a little bit of warmth. It's almost like adding some compression or something to the whole mix. But yeah, it just adds a little bit of warmth, and I like that. That's easy. So now we got these vocals. These are going to be a little bit tricky. We've got this lead here, There's the female backup, sort of a backup. You can see it's quieter and it's not as often throughout. And then we've got this backing vocal that just happens, something happens a couple times. So let me just listen to the male for a little bit, because you can see he's singing generally throughout.
Yeah, gotta get my conscience rearranged. I need reminding.
So while we're listening to this, just take a listen to the interaction between his voice and the rest of the room.
Come on, give me the keys. Never gone too far to turn this thing around. Oh. Hey, 180 degrees until I get back.
So what you should be able to hear is that we want to be kind of careful with how much processing we do on this, because no matter what we do, there's going to be some room noise in here. So like if I do a heavy EQ, then I'm heavily EQing all the other instruments in a way. So we just want to be careful. I think what I'm going to do here is make sure the bottom end is empty, and it basically is. I'm going to pull out a little bit of the top end stuff, and we can see his voice.
I got a call from my friend, wanted to complain. She asked to meet.
His voice is happening here-ish.
Wouldn't take a no. I had my doubts, my fill cup would offer all that much. But I convinced myself.
So before,
that I had to go. Whoa.
After,
I need reminding
before.
every once in a while.
Really, really subtle. I'm not actually changing the sound much. I'm just sort of covering my bases, making sure that we're not losing anything out of the voice by cutting out this low end or this top end here. And we aren't. Okay, so now it's compression. For the vocal here, we're going to use the studio vocal, sorry, the tube vocal, just the next one over. Yeah, this one. So it's the Opto model here. So let's just take a listen to how this sounds. Now I'm going to start compressing this, and what I'm listening to is the room. I'm listening to how much am I affecting the compression of the room noise, which might not be a bad thing, but I'm making sure that I'm not doing something terrible to the room noise.
I'm driving, hey, come on, give me the keys. Never gone too far to turn this thing around. Hey, 180 degrees until I get back.
Yeah, I'm going to use a different compressor here. We're going to go to the this guy, the Classic VCA, the Studio FET, excuse me.
Back to the place where my love belongs.
Yeah, I like this better.
Seems I let my best intentions get the best of me. Whether forever together, you know my heart, it must be true. I asked myself before 1,000 times.
Cool. So now I'm going to leave that there, and we're going to copy the EQ from his vocal over to the female vocal, and we'll take a listen to that. So she's up here, so we can do this. And then let's copy the compressor over as well. Here it is. I'm hitting X, by the way, to open and close the mixer. I do that all the time. Certain things I really like being in this view. It just depends on what I'm doing. So here she is.
Never gone too far, turn this thing around.
All right, so she's got some sibilance in there, some really, really sharp S's. So let's go ahead and throw a de-esser on here real quick.
Never gone too far, turn this thing around.
Cool. So let's look at exactly what frequencies those are, because I see this reacting, but I don't hear it affecting it. So I'm going to use the EQ to see where those S's are.
Come on, give me the keys. this thing around.
So it's like 8,900, right around 9K. So we'll go to all the way up here.
Come on, give me the keys. Never gone too far. Turn this thing around. The keys. Never gone too far. Turn this thing around.
That'll work. Let's listen to them together.
I'm driving. Hey, come on, give me the keys. Never gone too far to turn this thing around. Hey, 180 degrees until I get back. Back to the place.
Okay, let's throw this de-esser on him too.
Where my love belongs. Seems I let my best intentions get the best of me. Whether forever together, you know my heart, it must be true. I asked myself before 1,000 times, only.
I'm going to leave it off on him for now. Okay, so we have a pretty decent balance here. We've got this backing vocal. We're just going to copy this and this over. We'll see what's happening there, and then we'll be ready to listen to the vocal with the whole band.
180 degrees until I get back.
Okay, so that's the male backing vocal. So we're going to copy everything from his channel over. Copy channel strip. Go to here and paste channel strip. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that down maybe like 2 dB, and then we'll be in the ballpark. So now we've got all these. We can control all the vocals like that together.
Every once in a while, I'm driving. Come on, give me the keys. Never gone too far to turn this thing around. Hey, 180 degrees until I get back. Back to where my peace is strong. Till I get back.
So I'd say we're in pretty good shape here. So I'm going to stop this episode here because our next step, we are going to have some fun. We're going to add some reverbs and just see what we get. I'll have to decide on a reverb and mix that in. And then we will work on mastering, which I'm probably going to use the mastering assistant Logic provides, which is really, really nice. And then we'll kind of do some extraneous things. I'm also thinking of maybe using the Chroma Glow, new Chroma Glow, which is somewhere in here. I'd have to find it, which is really, really nice. I think it's under Dynamics. No, I'll have to find it, but it's really, really nice. I've used it on a few things now. Not Chromaverb, but Chroma Glow. So we'll look at that, and yeah, go a little bit further into this. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to see the reverb and all that kind of stuff, well, so am I. Stick around for the next episode coming soon. And yeah, hope you like it so far.
I spend my days confused by what I see around me. I blink